while I'm working, my brother's ex-wife, no, they're now ex-wife, wife at the time when she caught me when I was 15, or when I showed her, I should say, just happens to walk into the place I work, and so we talked and blah, 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 and she's like, so do you still? And I'm like, yeah, I actually do, and blah, blah, blah. Slowly but surely this time, because I wasn't going to freak her out, I let her in on the plans of what I was wanting to do. And slowly but surely is a better way than freaking her the hell out just by popping the door open with your dress, when you're dressed like this. Because, like I said, it pretty much shocked the hell out of her. And so anyway, so I think, okay, this little town in Michigan is nothing. It's not going to get me anywhere in my transition. Let's go to a bigger town. Alpena happened to be that town. So we lived in Alpena. Her and I decided to room up together. And while we're living in Alpena, I started going to therapy there to start my transition, because I had met a girl there that was going through the hospital and getting her transition done. And so I was like, oh, this is great. They have a little section of the therapy just set up just for this. Excuse me. So they have, this little place, and I start my therapy, and I end up getting this guy who sits there and tells me, wouldn't it be easier just to be a gay guy? And I'm like, to answer your question, yes, it would be a lot easier, but that's not me. That's not who I am. I'm attracted to guys, but I'm also attracted to girls in a sexual way. I don't see myself being able to get along with a girl too well. There's too much competition. But anyway, that's a different story. So I'm attracted to guys, and so yeah, it would be easier to be a gay guy, but it's not who I am. There's more to it than just liking guys. He was the problem with him was that he was tying sexuality in with gender, and I should have clued in at the time what the hell was going on, but instead I paid money to keep going to him to see if I could further myself in transition. It never happened with him. I never got anywhere. It was like, I think I did like 8 or 9 sessions with him. 8, 9 sessions every week, like 8 weeks in a row, 8 or 9 weeks in a row. Which normally it's about 3 months of maybe every other week. So I should have been at least getting a diagnosis or starting some hormone therapy, or getting the little talk where they say, no, you're not ready for this because you need to do this, this, and this in your life. And what he considered not right in my life was happened to be that I didn't have a love life, that I didn't have a partner yet. And the problem with that is that there's a lot of people in this world that don't have a partner, or don't have a wife or a husband or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be. So to put that as a prerequisite in order for me to transition, I just found that quite absurd. And I got tired of Alpena and their ways. I wish I could have tried a different therapist maybe. But instead we ended up moving back to the small town, and I tried to go to therapy there, actually to the same therapist I had when I was 15, and yeah, he couldn't help me. All he said was, well, you can go down here and talk to this person, and it was like a 4-hour drive to go get my psychiatric evaluation to clear me for hormone therapy, and I couldn't afford a 4-hour drive down to, Grand Rapids, and so I stayed untransitioned until I got down to Florida. My parents offered to move me down to Florida with him and help me out while I helped them out, kind of sort of like a mutual thing. So I get down to Florida, and as soon as I get here, I pretty much, the first thing I did was get online, got my computer set up, got online, and I started searching for therapists who specialized in gender identity and gender dysphoria. They are hard to find in the smaller town that I live in now. They were quite expensive. I found 2 of them in this town, and they were a little bit pricey, and they were kind of more like, what's the word I'm looking for? They weren't really specific in their gender. They covered it, but they weren't like specific in it. And I kind of wanted someone who had dealt with it before many times. And I happened to come across a doctor who did such a thing, was very specific to the gender issues and sexuality issues, and that was, her main focus. Everything else was just kind of like, yeah, I do this too, but this is what I'm doing. She's written books on it. Basically, I think she's given like, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you stand up on a stage, you like give a presentation, kind of like to a college. I don't know, whatever. She spoke about it before in public and such, and she's like a very big advocate for the LGBT group in Gainesville. So that's where I knew I was going to go. And I found her. She's, again, a little more expensive, but I was willing to pay for it if she was specific to the cause that I wanted. So here I am, hormones. After I was 3 months, I did like 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 sessions with her of therapy. After that 6 sessions, she wrote my letter of recommendation for my hormones. I started hormones, of course. She's got me my carry letter. We're working on getting my name changed now, but there's still some issues with that. But yeah, she's been a great help, and I love her to death, and I don't know what I would do without her. So thank God I moved to Florida. And that is where I'm at now. I think I got everything in there, and it's probably going to be like 30 minutes long. Oh well. Maybe I'll divide it up, make a couple videos today, just because I'm late, and just give you something to watch, entertaining. Or maybe I'll just cut it down. I'll probably cut it down. I'll probably edit it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, that's where I am now. I hope that answers your question. It probably answered a little too much information for you. But, hey, at least you know more about me now. So, I'll talk to you next week when I make my next video, and I'll try not to be late next time. And we'll see what the topic is. Talk to you then. Bye.